Hey, so I wanted to take a few minutes today to talk about why hormones can feel like they're not working anymore, whether it's your own personal hormones in your body or that you're taking external hormones. So I brought my friend Mary here along today, and we're going to hop on here and go through this with you. So often women tell me that I feel like my hormones don't work anymore. The doctor says that my labs are normal, and therefore I really don't know what to do. I'm already working out, I'm eating clean, I'm tracking my macros, and nothing's happening. So I want to walk through this with my friend Mary today. So hopefully that this will bring more understanding to you. Okay. So the first thing to understand is let's talk about what hormones are. Hormones are messengers. So let's pretend like we're just going to make a telephone call and you're going to call me. And so you pick up the telephone, and so you're dialing my number, and the message goes through. So, therefore, there's a good signal in order for me to receive the phone call. And so, that's what we're going to talk about. So, often your body can have the hormones, and even if you're taking external hormones, the disconnect is the signal. So, let's back up and let me have my friend here, Mary, and we're going to kind of go through this with you. So, what we need to understand is in order for hormones, whether it be your own biological hormones or external hormones to work, they must have the proper signal. And so, we're going to back up to stress because stress is often the culprit. And you're going to see how this works by the end of this video. So, stress starts in the head in the central nervous system. And as we see, the central nervous system goes all the way down, right, to the body. And so it starts there. And then what happens from starting from the head to the central nervous system is hormones are actually processed and receive signaling through the gut, right here, okay? And so this is why so often women are feeling that they have hot flashes, uncontrolled night sweats, problems with libido, acne that came out of nowhere all of a sudden here in perimenopause, even postpartum, and having really stubborn belly fat or just an acute amount of weight gain, anywhere from 20, 40, 60 pounds. And what we're talking about here is if the message is not being received, and we're talking about hormones here, then the hormones can't work even if they're your own hormones. And this is why they can do your blood work, and we can show that there's estrogen in the blood enough that should work, or testosterone, but the woman is still having those symptoms. So that's what we want to understand. Hormones don't work in isolation, meaning just because you get hormones externally or they're your own hormones and they show up in lab work, it doesn't mean necessarily that they are going to work if the signal isn't there. And so what we need to understand is the gut is one of the main communication hubs where the brain and hormones communicate. And so it's constantly receiving information from mood, stress, response, sleep, and so on. And so that is happening primarily in the gut structure. And so when stress is high, this is why digestion can be one of the first symptoms that seems to slow down, even if you're eating healthy. And that's something that I want you to understand. It's often that we're so focused on I'm eating healthy, I'm working out, but the disconnect is that we're not receiving the right signal within the gut structure in order for those hormones to be able to work so that they can be heard to receive the message. And that's what this video is about. That's why eating healthy and all these food rules doesn't work. The body doesn't respond to specific foods until the whole body is supported first. And this is why understanding how stress, digestion, and inflammation work before changing food. And so when the system comes, meaning the whole body, this is where hormones can respond again, okay? So the nervous system sets the whole tone for everything. And so right there, to understand the gut is what carries out the message, okay? And when we've got a lot of inflammation, or we have a lot of blood sugar instability with the blood sugars going up or down, and that doesn't mean you have to be diabetic. A lot of women have very unstable blood sugars, and they're very unaware of this. And it's not even picked up in lab work until I'm working with those women. So that's why I wanted to kind of do this video. So if this resonates, just click down in the comments and I'll tell you how to, what will be the next steps. And I hope this video helped.